Loved by some, hated by many, hydroquinone has made quite a name for itself in the black and brown community. Commonly known as bleaching cream, this prescription-only ingredient is a depigmenting agent used for melanin hyperpigmentation and is generally prescribed anywhere between 2 to 4% in a topical cream.
So when I was 12, I developed cystic acne. If you don't know what cystic acne is, pretty much it's a hormonal imbalance what causes painful cyst-like acne. I developed that when I was 12. My parents brought me to different dermatologists and nobody could help. It was like really bad. My face was looking like a pizza. So I have this one auntie who was heavy into bleaching, heavy. She had all of the products, right? She saw me and she was like, come here, come here. I'm like, yes, auntie, what? She was like, rub this on your face. Rub it on your face every night. And I was like, girl, like, what is this? And she was like, it's bleaching cream. My little middle school didn't really know what bleaching cream was. I mean, I knew what it was, but I didn't really know what it was. But I was desperate to get rid of my acne. So I was like, okay, auntie. And my parents, they were down with the because they spend a lot of money and they were trying to just help their child to be happy. So we're like, let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. And my aunt, she didn't give me any instructions also. And I found out later too that she gave me a strong product. And I forgot the name of the bleaching cream. And even if I did remember, I wouldn't tell y'all because I don't want to promote that. So I started rubbing the bleaching cream on my face and it started to work. And also, here's the thing. It was summertime when she gave it to me. So I was in the house. I wasn't really going outside. So I guess it penetrated my skin a little bit harder. And bam, I was light. I did not even realize that my skin was getting lighter. I really did not even realize until I had this Haitian neighbor. And I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So it's like Little West Indies. Everybody's Haitian, Jamaican, all that, right? So I had this Haitian neighbor named Manushka. And Manushka saw me and she was like, Foot, Jay-Z, what happened to your skin? And I was like, what you mean? Your skin is light and your neck is black. Y'all know how Caribbean people are. And then when I went to school, the kids, they were like, are you sick? I think you're sick. I heard a rumor going around that you're sick. And even adults would come up to me, strangers on the streets would come up to me and ask me, what's wrong with you? Are you sick? And that's when I was like, I don't want to do this anymore because it's not helping my acne, it's making it worse. But the crazy thing about this was my aunt was the only person telling me how good I look. She was like, look how your brown and nice and your skin cool. Rub it on your neck, rub it on your body. Look how the boy look nice and clean. And now that I'm older, I'm like, she was trying to bleach me out. She wasn't trying to help with my acne. She was trying to bleach me out.
Unfortunately, this product is commonly misused. And instead, it is being used as a full body transformation. But where do we draw the line?
So my mom bleaches her skin. I'm the darkest in the family. I have been getting told to bleach my skin since I was like 8. She stopped bothering me about it, especially because one time she gave me soap that was supposed to help with my acne and then it bleached my baby hairs and then I found out it was skin bleaching cream. So anyways. I don't think you guys understand how hard-headed that generation is. Like the later Gen X, early boomer generation, no, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care at all. That whole black is beautiful thing, yeah, no, they don't care. My mom, to this day, still bleaches her skin. The only thing I can get her to do is wear sunscreen. They are so brainwashed to the point where they just won't hear it.
I'm just here to inform you as your health and beauty pharmacist what some of the long-term side effects you could experience when using hydroquinone as a full body bleaching cream. Some people have tried to use it to lighten dark spots. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be used, but some don't have the best results.
Life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Then there are others that may use it as a full body bleaching cream to tone, lighten, or bleach their skin.
For those of you in my comment section shouting, Madam, you are bleaching, stop bleaching, please. Can you show me one evidence that I'm bleaching? Or don't you know when someone is naturally fair, like, I am not bleaching. I am not bleaching.
Okay, but let's take a look at some of the side effects that can come along with using hydroquinone, especially if you're using it if you're using it improperly and long term. And I don't want you to get me wrong. I'm not here to demonize this ingredient because it gets the job done when used as indicated. But in some cases, it is not. In many cases, it is not being used as indicated. Back to the side effects. Some common side effects of hydroquinone include skin irritation, where you can experience redness, burning or stinging sensation, dryness or peeling, itching. Another one is contact dermatitis, where some individuals can experience like allergic reactions leading to rashes or inflammation. You can also have post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which is what PIH stands for. So post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation is a side effect that can happen when using hydroquinone, especially if you're using it long term. It's a paradoxical darkening of the skin, especially if the skin is irritated or exposed to like sunlight without protection, because wearing sunscreen of at least 30 SPF is highly suggested and almost required when using hydroquinone, because that's a side effect that you can have. Some of the serious or long-term side effects that you can see when using hydroquinone, what they call ochronosis, which is like a blue, black, or grayish discoloration of the skin. And it's particularly seen with prolonged use, usually after like months or years of using hydroquinone. It's more common in individuals with like darker skin tone. So anywhere from Fitzpatrick 4 to 6. More melanated skin types are prone to having that side effect when used long term. You can also see skin sensitivity to the sun when using hydroquinone long term, which is why I mentioned earlier to make sure you wear your sunscreen, because it can increase the risk of sunburn and UV damage if sunscreen is not used, which is going to give you the opposite effect of what you're looking for when you're trying to even out your skin tone due to maybe post-acne marks or hyperpigmentation, melasma from either stress or after pregnancy. You're just trying to even out your skin tone, but if you're not wearing your sunscreen, you can actually have some the effects that you're not really looking for. Another side effect that can be seen when using hydroquinone, especially long term, is thinning of the skin. So what they call atrophy. It's rare, but possible with long-term use, especially if combined with steroids. That's another thing. These steroids that people are using, you do have to know that it does come with some side effects. It's not a good combination to be using, especially long-term, and you want to make sure you're being cared for under the care of a physician. Another side effect that some people may not be aware of when using hydroquinone long-term is mercury poisoning, especially if combined with mercury-containing products. Some illegal skin lightening creams contain mercury along with hydroquinone, leading to systemic toxicity. So it can seep into your bloodstream, because your skin is an organ. It can go into your bloodstream, and especially if you're using it long term, then that is something that you may want to watch for. Not only are people using hydroquinone to bleach the body, but they're also using it to bleach the vaginal areas, which would be okay for certain parts of the vagina, but others are also bleaching their anus. So the skin around the anus is naturally darker, but for cosmetic purposes, people bleach the anus to lighten it up.
It has done wonders on me, and right now I'm actually bleaching. I'm bent over in front of a fan, and yeah, I'm bleaching. Fuck talking.
What are some possible side effects of bleaching the anus? Well, just like we went over before, you can have similar side effects, but the difference is that the anus has something called the mucosal membrane, which has a higher rate of absorption. If you notice in those areas, the skin's a lot thinner, so anything that you put there can get absorbed at a higher rate. So that's different than where your body skin has different absorption rates. And so the thing about prescriptions is that most of them, when they are formulated for a certain area of the body, it's because they were only studied for those areas. So the absorption rate would not be the same as, let's say, your anus. You wouldn't know how much is being absorbed or how quickly it's being absorbed when applied to those areas. So you should definitely check in with a dermatologist for if you insist on wanting that for yourself. If you're wanting to lighten up the anus area, consult your dermatologist so that they can make sure that you are being taken care of correctly, because that area is just a sensitive area. We don't want any issues. Let's go over some precautions you should take to minimize side effects when using hydroquinone. First off, you can't just be grabbing any type of bleaching cream or hydroquinone cream from random places. You need to make sure that these are actual prescriptions that you're using so you know exactly what's in them. How can we minimize side effects when using hydroquinone? Use it as directed. So typically hydroquinone should not be used for more than 3 to 6 months continuously, so at a time. Usually your provider or your doctor will recommend that you use it for 3 to 6 months depending on how your skin looks, and you would take a break. Ways you can prevent side effects with hydroquinone is sun protection. So I've touched on this maybe 2 times already. Always use broad spectrum sunscreen, SPF of 30 or more, to prevent sun damage and rebound pigmentation. One of the side effects with hydroquinone is that it can actually cause you to darken even more, especially if you're not wearing sunscreen. That side effect is due to it causing your skin to be more sensitive in the sun. So you want to make sure you're wearing your sunscreen. So even if you put on your hydroquinone at night and then during the day you say, oh, I don't have it on during the day, but you still need to put it on because it just makes your skin more sensitive. And you should be wearing your sunscreen every day anyway. So when it comes to hydroquinone, for those who are just, maybe starting for the first time using it, you always want to patch test. This goes for any new skin product, any new skincare that you're trying. You want to make sure you patch test on your skin to make sure you don't have any allergic reactions before you fully apply it, because at least you can localize that allergic reaction to that little area that you try and not have it all over your face or body, or the area that you're trying to put it. You want to avoid using hydroquinone on broken skin, injury to your skin. You want to avoid applying hydroquinone because it can increase the irritation and absorption. You do want to make sure you're consulting a dermatologist or a dermatology specialist, especially if you have sensitive skin or pre-existing conditions like eczema or psoriasis, because hydroquinone may not be the best choice for you. With that being said, let's get into some hydroquinone alternatives you could use for those who it just didn't work out for you, or maybe you've already used hydroquinone long term and you've maxed out your time. Maybe your doctor has told you that they would like you to stop. Maybe it's been 3 to 6 months and you still haven't received the results that you'd like. Or maybe you're pregnant, you're breastfeeding, you're expecting, you're wanting to get pregnant, and hydroquinone is not recommended for you. Here are some ingredients and some other options that can help to brighten and even your skin tone and help really fade that hyperpigmentation. Number 1, alpha arbutin. And the way this one works, it's a gentle, stable derivative of hydroquinone that inhibits the tyrosinase, which is the melanin producing enzyme in our skin, and it reduces dark spot with minimal irritation. I highly recommend alpha arbutin. I personally love it, that ingredient. Niacinamide, also known as vitamin B3. How it works, it blocks the melanosome transfer to skin cells. It reduces inflammation and strengthens the barrier to prevent post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. You also have the option of using vitamin C. I know vitamin C is controversial for some people, but it is proven to work. There's different forms and derivatives of vitamin C. I know for darker skin tones, the pure vitamin C, the ascorbic acid, can be very abrasive on our skin because of the pH that it has to be at. It can be irritating to our skin. So they do have other options and other derivatives that are out there that work well, especially when combined with other ingredients that help with hyperpigmentation. So the way vitamin C works, it is an antioxidant that brightens by inhibiting the tyrosinase, and it neutralizes free radicals, and it promotes collagen for a more even tone. Another ingredient that is known to help with hyperpigmentation is kojic acid, and it is a potent tyrosinase inhibitor derived from fungi. So it's effective for stubborn pigmentation, but may irritate sensitive skin. So you do want to watch out. If you do have sensitive skin, you may want to avoid that. Licorice root extract is also an ingredient that's really good at helping with hyperpigmentation and dark spots. It's an anti-inflammatory, and it has melanin inhibiting properties that help to fade discoloration while soothing the redness. So licorice root extract is really good for those with sensitive skin, and for those who are looking for more gentle products that can help to fade dark spots. Another one that you have probably heard of, azelaic acid. And the way azelaic acid works, it reduces melanin production. It fights acne related PIH, which we went over, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and it gently exfoliates for smoother, brighter skin. So for those with acne prone skin, this is also really good for a good option to help treat your acne as well. So if you have acne prone skin and you're looking to reduce your dark spots and your hyperpigmentation, azelaic acid is a great choice. The seventh option that I would give is the tranexamic acid, an ingredient that works by blocking UV-induced pigmentation pathways and melanin transfer, especially effective for melasma and persistent PIH. So persistent post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, tranexamic acid is very effective for this. Mulberry extract is another ingredient that is really good for dark spots. It's a natural tyrosinase inhibitor with antioxidant benefits. It's gentle enough for sensitive skin as well. So this is a really good one for sensitive skin. Another option is resveratrol. I can never say that one, but resveratrol. And how it works is an antioxidant that prevents UV-induced pigmentation and supports skin repair for a more radiant complexion. So I actually love that ingredient. There's a few of my favorites that have that ingredient that I will share below, but that's a really great and effective ingredient, and it's really good for gentle skin as well. Last but not least, I would recommend cysteamine. And how this one works, it converts to cysteine, a melanin inhibitor in our skin, which is clinically proven for melasma. I just gave you 10 ingredients that you could use if you're looking for alternatives to hydroquinone, or you've maxed out your time with hydroquinone and you're still not seeing the results you would like, or you still have some hyperpigmentation that you're trying to fade. Then these are options of ingredients that you can look for. But what I would also recommend is that you use ingredients or products that have a combination of these ingredients, to where they're already formulated for you and you don't have to worry about mixing things together. I'll also will list some of these products that have these ingredients or a combination of them below. So if you're interested, I'll have those links down below for you. For best results, you want to pair this with a SPF of at least 30, and you do that every day. And that's just for hyperpigmentation in general. When you are trying to fight hyperpigmentation or melasma or dark spots, you want to be wearing your sunscreen, because the sun is doing like majority of that darkening of those dark spots. So these ingredients will help to fade it, but if you want it to continue to fade, wear your sunscreen. You want to avoid overloading your actives. So that was what I mentioned. It's great to get products that have a combination of these ingredients. And, you know, sometimes it's just fun to have skincare products, but you have to be careful when mixing them so that you're not causing irritation when combining certain ingredients together. Patience is key. Most ingredients take 4 to 12 weeks to even show visible fading of the dark spots or the melasma. So you want to be patient. Just be consistent and patient. So tell me, what have your experiences been with bleaching cream? Comment down below and I would love to hear that. And if you like this video, please like this video. If you think it was helpful, share it with a friend that would also enjoy it, and give this video a thumbs up so I know to make more of these. Always remember to stay healthy, stay beautiful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.